can't see a thing.
Actually, you know what? This isn't gonna work if I'm gonna play this in the background. But, so... I thought I had a save already at Windfall Island. Apparently, I do not. Apparently, I also played this on March 8th of 2020. That's how old this save file is that I'm using today. Like, it's literally that... Oh. Oh, hold on. Hang on. I should be super fancy about this, so we're gonna take a minute before we begin. Hold on. I'm literally that dude. I'm gonna do this. New. Boom. 1920 by 1080. This is gonna be kinda ghetto no matter how I do it. So let me just do it this way regardless. There's no way to take a screenshot of your screen in OBS, is there? To my knowledge, there isn't. There is no fast way to take a screenshot in OBS. I could be wrong about that. Okay. Apply the transformation. What? That's, like, not correct at all. Oh my god. Is there a way to take a screenshot in OBS? Seriously? Hold on. Okay. So really briefly, I'm going to put this on as big as I can so I can get a really nice screenshot of this. There's probably a keybind for it. I just don't know what it is without looking it up. Alright. Copy. Apply the transformation. And then completely ignore what I just did. I didn't even realize this was going to have these black bars on the side. It's so rare today that I play a game that has these black bars that even I'm kind of like, what the fuck is this? There you go. Actually, I did this wrong. Oh. There you go. We're going to layer via cut. So we cut that off. Drag it down. Okay, this looks a little bit better. There's like a tiny smidge at the top I can't get rid of. So I guess that'll just be wrong and there's not really much I could do about it. Hang on. Drop that. Where is SteamDB? I don't even know what this website is for, seriously. It really is just... I guess it's for people customizing their Steam library if they, like, copy-paste and take a bunch of stuff. I'm actually genuinely surprised at how resourceful, or how good of a resource this is. Like, seriously. I do not want Wind Waker. Yeah, they say Wind Waker 2002. Wind Waker's actually a 2003 game in America. I guess they're just counting Wind Waker whenever it came out at all, period. Because Wind Waker was definitely out when I was a kid. Exclusively. But now, you see, the thing is that Wind Waker's been out so long that even the remake is now how many years old? Like, 10, 11? And this game itself is 20 years old. So, like, it doesn't really work the same way, I feel. Like, it's kind of... I don't know. Like, I saw an interesting argument someone was making for why you can't really compare old games to today's standard. And like, why you can't call games retro anymore. It's because... And the argument they gave is that the technological jump from PS2 to from NES to PS2 is so gigantic, it's like not even the same thing, you know? So like, for example, the technological jump from, say, from, say, like, Wii to Switch is not as big as the jump from NES to Wii, right? So therefore, it's like kind of unfair to even begin to have them on the same scale because they're so drastically different in terms of like both power and presentation. And, like, I kind of get that. That kind of does... Let me not drop one of my last good controllers. That kind of makes sense to me. Like, it's not completely outlandish. And no, I could not do this beforehand because I was raiding, unfortunately. I'm a very, very busy man. I swear. I wonder if I can scrunch this... No, not that. I wonder if I can scrunch this even more. If it would let me, Photoshop, thank you. Okay. As long as we have it like this, it doesn't matter how scrunched it is. That's not fantastic, but in a pinch, this will have to do. And you know what? It will. Very nice. Okay. Deselect. Layer via copy, just in case I fuck it up. And then the same thing over here. Go back to this. Layer via copy. Alright. Perfect. Wait, what the fuck? It took nothing. Oh, that's because there's nothing on that side of the image. Oops. Okay, yeah, no, that's correct. I did that wrong, and so I will fix it. For sure. Bring it back. Perfect. Even though it's kind of ghetto, it's whatever. It's the best I could do, given the circumstance. Because otherwise, the only other thing I could do is I could stretch the video out, which just, it always looks weird, and I don't really like to do that anymore because it just doesn't look good, because this is obviously a 4:3, and there's no way you could really realistically get it to look good, no matter what you do with it. So I'm just gonna take this, and this is something I've been doing now for quite a while. With most of the playthroughs I've done on older consoles, I just haven't done a playthrough on older consoles in a while. So that's why I'm not prepared with this. We'll put this as Wind Waker template. Save. Save as. Save it as a PNG. Done. Now we go back to OBS. We go to... I do not have any GameCube. Okay, we'll make a folder. GameCube layouts. We will add an image, Wind Waker, and then we will browse for it, and then we will go to this folder, and then we will go to Content Resources, and then we will go to Templates, and then we'll go to GameCube. No, I definitely have to have it. Yeah, I don't know where this is. I don't know where this is, though. I put it somewhere. Like, where are the GameCube layouts? What the fuck? I have a whole folder full of GameCube layouts, and I don't know where they are. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay, I put it under the wrong thing. Okay, well, I'll move that later. It's not a big deal. Alright, cool. Alright. Put it away, put it away, put it away. It did not put it in the folder. Alright, cool. Alright, so now instead of ugly black bars on the side of the screen, you get this instead. Now, the last thing I will do, I will save the Photoshop I made. Let me... Can you copy an image into Windows Explorer? Hello, Nuclear. Hello, Viv. Let's see. Can you copy an image? Yes, you can. Very nice. Okay. Alright. See? Told you I could make it. That was, what, maybe 5 minutes? Very nice. So we'll just... I'm just going to use this. I know that there's a little bit of black at the bottom. I don't think I could get rid of that. That's just kind of how it is. It is what it is. It's just a little black bar. It's not like a huge deal. And I didn't feel like... I couldn't really crop that in without spending more time being even more precise with it. So I am totally skipping the intro, by the way. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Oh, dude. There's no camera inversion, is there? No. Okay. And that's the glory of old games. There's one setup for how you use the camera, and that's it. and nothing else. Viff, if he doesn't have the context for that, then that makes no sense. And honestly, that joke is kind of done to death, but it is what it is. So there are certain things that you could do on Outset Island. Oh my god, you can actually see how blurry it is when you're... There's like a circle of loading around you, and then everything else is blurry beyond that. It's been a long while since I've done that. You can actually do a lot, believe it or not. When you start this game up, there's a lot that you could actually do. Not a ton, but like, you know, different things. Usually there's only 1 or 2 people you could talk to, only a few things you can really do. Stuff like that. There you go. I've been waiting for you, Link. Link, try these on. I like that in New Game Plus, she hands the clothes, and then the clothes just disappear. Time certainly flies. I can't believe you're already old enough to wear these clothes. You got the hero's clothes. They look like they might be a little warm for this weather. Don't look so disappointed, dear one. Just try them on. Today is a day to celebrate. It is the day that you become the same age as the young hero spoken of in all the legends. You don't have to wear them for one day, so don't look so down. Be proud, child. In the olden days, this was the day boys were finally considered to be men. They were taught the ways of the sword to prepare them for battle with their enemies. But we don't live in such an age any longer. Our ways are the ways of peace. Nowadays, I suppose Orca is the only one on the island who still knows anything about swordplay. Hanging the family shield on the wall as a decoration is another tradition that has been carried down from those days. Does all this make sense to you? Isn't that nice, Link? They suit you perfectly. A perfect fit. Well, tonight I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday party, so I better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Grandma's going to make your favorite soup for you tonight. I just know you're looking forward to it. Now, go get your sister, Errol. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't have any of my old saves anymore, for anyone who's wondering. Those have long since been deleted. Is there some reason that the Triforce is upside down? I feel like you're not supposed to read into that. Lorule doesn't exist at this point in, like, real-world timelines. I feel like that's just weird. I think it's just a different twist on the Triforce design. Here we go. Alright, teaches you about L targeting. We have this in literally every Zelda game. Alright, goodbye. So you could, like, collect pigs and throw them into places to make a little bit of money. You can get enough money from just doing basic stuff. You could use the pears and things like that. But none of that is really worth doing, honestly. Most of that is pretty much just like... just exists. It's just stuff that you can do. Most of the side quests in this game actually take place more on Windfall. But there's a couple of them that are fine. So yeah, if you're wondering why I decided to play this, I just said it's been, at this point, like 15 years since I played this version. So, I figured I would just play it one more time, why not? Ah, oi, big brother. Think I'll make that outfit for you? Oh wow, you look like you'd be way too hot in those clothes. I guess they're pretty neat though. So anyway, Link, can you close your eyes and hold out your hand just for a second? I'm going to give you my most treasured belonging, but just for one day. Happy birthday. It's the telescope. This actually comes in handy quite nicely later. Especially on this version. I think on the other version you can kind of see better, so you don't need it as much, but yeah. So, well, do you like it? I'm letting you borrow this special gift just because you're my big brother. Aren't you lucky? Why don't you try it out right now? Try looking over at our house from here. Okay. So this is the first piece of equipment. There you go. Look at this dude. Am I stuck? Hello, Yorman Fenn. Welcome, welcome. Alright, yeah, zoom all the way in. There you go. Hello, Ash. Welcome. Right. That postman looks kind of weird. Wow, just casual racism. It's inverted, by the way. That's what's really going to screw with me the most, is that it's actually inverted. All the controls are weird in this. So, like, aiming... again. I intentionally picked the 20-year-old version before all this stuff was standardized. Surprisingly, this is also International Pirate Month. So maybe I'll play Black Flag. No, I'm not going to play Black Flag. Black Flag is another candidate. I'll play it again for sure. Oh, here we go. I love the bird. Ah! The bird is so stupid. That's so funny to me that the bird looks at it and just doesn't do anything. Oops. It's too dangerous to go in there without something you can use to defend yourself with. Alright, anyway. How do you grab it? You can roll. I don't think you can re-grab ladders in this game. I think ladders are pretty much one-time use. If you drop, you drop. I think later Zelda games, you can, you could grab a ladder. Now, famously, this is the one Zelda game where you can continuously roll and gain a speed boost. This is actually the primary way of moving around in this game, like almost exclusively. And every other Zelda game after this, I'm pretty sure they nerfed movement. There you go. What's the matter, Link? You have an urgent look about you. Has something happened? Whatever it is, from the look on your face, I suspect it is no laughing matter. What say you, Link? Have you come for some serious instruction in the way of the sword? Yes. And we will be back here later to do the 1,000-hit challenge, as you already know. I've already done it. There's a way to cheese it. It still takes a long time, though. Your first lesson shall be the horizontal slice. Face me and press B. That's a stab. Whoops. This is the one move I never use, because it's a neutral push, and you can't lock on for it. So I will never use horizontal slash. In fact, most people don't, and the game doesn't really punish you for it. Next is the vertical slice. This is the one you'll probably use the most. Just because you will generally lock on when fighting in this game. Alright, thrust also. It's going to be either the thrust or the vertical slice. Alright, spin attack. Or you could do the fast spin attack. I forgot, it's got to be even faster than that. There. Alright, here we go. Dude, it was QuickTime events in 2003. Nintendo was cooking. It's a shame that they break the game, but, you know. Alright, and then jump attack. And when you think about it, this is like a vast expansion on Ocarina in almost every way. You have a QuickTime event. I think most of the stuff still exists, but it's very apparent what you need to do, and it actually plays in, or comes into play with certain enemies. Since a certain anxiousness in the sword you hold, an eagerness that goes far beyond the mere desire to be wielded on the fields of battle, I do not know what has happened, but I have faith in you. Somehow I doubt you will misuse that sword. You may have it. I give it freely. Take the blade with you. The hero's sword, wielded with B. Use it wisely and carefully. You don't want to let down the kind old man who has entrusted it to you. Since the olden days, this sword has been used to fend off evil. Its blade is infused with the desire to become strong and righteous. Be strong. Alright, cool. I don't think you need anything more than this, right? Yeah, no. We're going to do most of the side quests in this game. In order to 100% this game, you have to do a New Game Plus. You have to do a New Game Plus because the only things that import over are the enhanced pictobox. Now, I've never actually done a playthrough where I do all the pictographs for the Nintendo gallery. So that would be maybe the only thing. I wouldn't do it on this version, I'll be honest with you. Like, that's a lot of work, and I don't want to do that. And the reason why you have to do this is because, you have to do it because there's certain bosses that you can only take pictures of on a New Game Plus in color, because they all have to be in color. So it's almost like a bunch of missables, basically. So that's generally why I don't really want to do it on this version, because you know they put some balance changes and stuff. It is what it is. It's actually surprising you can see that ring out in the distance. But yeah, like certain islands you can't see, really. Actually, what is that? That's an island. I think it's just awkwardly scaled. And the thing is that now I'm playing on a TV where that's actually visible. Like, you could actually see the islands in the distance. Like, this is a reef. There's 6 of these. I'm not sure which one this is. I used to have a map of the world of Wind Waker up in my room, actually. I used to have all kinds of posters around my room. That was a long time ago. When I was like a young kid, I used to have a bunch of those. I kind of miss it. I still have most of them. It's just that they're old. You know, they were up for like a decade. Some of them have a little bit of damage, a little bit of wear and tear, stuff like that. But yeah, you'll see my number one complaint about this game, or rather my number one and my number 2 complaints are there's not enough dungeons. Even though the world is pretty non-linear, which is nice. It doesn't really open up until after the second dungeon. It's kind of one of those games. And there's a massive money farm that you have to do at the end of this game. And now, famously, they did change that for the HD version, which initially I was kind of annoyed at, but then now that I'm older, I'm kind of like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. I'm not going to be torn up about it. But yeah. How was my day? It was good. My air conditioner is kind of a little bit broken, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. It works. It's not replacing it anytime soon, which is no biggie. By the way, I'm not getting that rupee. Look at how this branch breaks. Complete 90 degree. Ouch. What are those? What's with that get up? Well, whatever. So where am I? Oh, that's right. A giant bird came and... Miss Tetra. Oh, thank goodness, you're safe. I saw you get dropped on this summit. I thought for sure you'd... Summit? So that bird dropped me on top of a mountain. Well, that wasn't nice of it. Well, don't just stand there. Let's go. Time to repay our debt to that bird in full. But, miss, what about this boy? Don't worry about him. Come on. And just to think, people did not like how this game looked when it first came out. I know it's kind of crazy to remember, but, like, people actually did not like how Toon Link looked. Well, back then he wasn't even called Toon Link, to be honest with you either. Actually, that looks a little better. You know there's a gap in the bridge, right? I love this. Dude, the Helmarock is the coolest Zelda villain. And it's just a big bird, too. Brother! Actual Wile E. Coyote moment. Ugh, stupid kid! Get a hold of yourself. She's gone. There's nothing you could do. What? You want to come with us on our ship? You understand what you're asking? We're pirates, you know, pirates, the terror of the seas. What do we get out of bringing some helpless little kid along with us? I'll tell you what we get, a headache. I know how you must feel with your sister having been kidnapped and all, but that doesn't really have anything to do with us, now does it? And how do you figure that? Whoa, whoa, whoa there. Just who are you? Where do you get off butting in on someone else's conversation? Please, all I mean to say is that if you big bad pirates hadn't come to this quiet little island, that poor girl wouldn't have been snatched away by that bird. And just what do you mean by that? Just be quiet for a moment and I'll tell you. Now, as my work entails delivering letters, I spend much of my time traveling amongst the many different islands. As a result, I hear many things. Haven't any of you heard word that young girls have been getting kidnapped lately from all regions of the Great Sea? No matter whether you've heard it or not, that seems to be the case. Young girls with long ears like yours have been getting kidnapped, never to be seen again. Unless my eyes fail me, the young girl who was just kidnapped from this island also has long ears, does she not? Much like you do, Miss Fearsome Pirate. My point is that the bird mistook that poor girl for you, and that's why I grabbed her. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was young Link here who saved you from the monsters in the forest, wasn't it? Is this true? Oh, and while I'm at it, I may as well tell you that the bird kidnapped both you and Link, or the bird that kidnapped both you and Link's sister has made its foul nest to the north on the heights of the Forsaken Fortress. Forsaken Fortress? Isn't that the place where... So, what are you going to do? Under the circumstances, I don't think it would be unreasonable for you to give Link a little help now, would it? I don't need you to tell me that. Even though I were to consider it, lately I've heard nothing but evil rumors about this Forsaken Fortress. You can't possibly mean to go there with nothing but that cheap little sword. That's not brave, it's stupid. I mean, come on, even a simple little island like this has to have something you could use as a shield, you know, something to protect yourself with. Anything? Tell you what, if you come back with something like that, we'll let you stow away on our ship. Oh, and one more thing. Once we leave, you won't be coming back here for a while, so you better go say goodbye to your family while you have the chance. I don't want you getting all weepy-eyed and homesick on me. Well, obviously, they're telling you this for one reason and one reason only. Alright, no worries, Yarmanfen. You have a good one. Alright, don't care about what she has to say. I don't know what the missables are in this game. It's probably not a lot. It's a 3D Zelda game. Outside of stuff you can't get on the first playthrough. Alright, so you ignore your grandmother immediately. But now it's gone anyway. Here you go. Okay. Yes, you do have to climb the ladder first. Link. Is this what you're looking for? Take it with you. You got the hero shield. This is the legendary shield said to have been used by the hero himself. R defends. You also hold R to defend while Z targeting. It's not Z targeting, it's L targeting, sorry. In my head, I think it's Z targeting still. I guess it's true. Errol really has been kidnapped, hasn't she? What kind of monster could take such a sweet young child? So you might think that we have to comfort her, we have to, you know, give her words of reassurance, but we actually don't. We just leave because we're heartless. Yep, no worries, Yarmanfen. Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Alright, cool. Wow, that's a decrepit old shield. Are you sure you could still use that thing? Are you going to get splinters and cry? Or whatever, if you're ready, then let's go. Are you ready? Yes. When I tell you that this intro is like an hour and a half long, this is why I make alternate save files to skip it. It is a very long intro. Like, you could spend more time doing stuff on Outset, but there's not really a reason to, honestly. Reassurance is not a word, it's reassurance. Thank you. I can always count on Justin to catch my mistakes. Thank you, by the way. I know he said it. He says got him. I know it's the... He doesn't say got him. It's got him. And you gotta do the thing with your hand. Well, how much longer is this going to go on, do you think? Do you have an estimate? Are you sure you shouldn't just quit right now? Seriously, think about it. I can tell you're just going to get more sentimental from here on out. Still time, you know. Are you sure we shouldn't just turn around and take you back to your island? Alright, the gong dude is going crazy, by the way. Link, listen, kid, you can't just stand around on deck. You'll get in everyone's way. I told Nico to look after you, so you better report below decks and ask him what you should be doing. I actually don't know the names of all our pirates. I think Nico has a blue bandana. They do actually have names. Alright, down here. This is your introduction to swinging, which is going to be important in about 10 minutes. Ahoy there, Suave. As of today, I am your superior, Nico. Now, I promise I'll go easy on you so you do as I say. Right. Now, first off, you have to take the test all new pirates have to take. It's a bit of a doozy, so get ready. You watch everything I'm about to show you real careful-like so you can cram it into your no-doubt mushy, swabby brain. First off, you gotta press this switch. This is the only easy part. So walk up to it and tilt forward to step onto it. Presto, switch pressed. Did I ever play COD? Use the ballistics knife? Yeah, and it was awful in Black Ops 1. That's why I hated it. Check it out. After the platforms rise up from the floor, you gotta jump on them. I miss the wager games they used to have in Call of Duty. So I was able to jump onto this first one myself, but this next one is too far, right? That's when you gotta do this. If you jump right at the rope, you could grab onto it and use forward and back to swing. Swing until you get close enough to the next platform, then press A to let go and jump to it. So, do you think you get how to do it? You'll have to swing from platform to platform and try to get to the entrance of that room over there. Here's the problem, though, Swabby. The platforms only stay raised for a little while, so if you don't get there by the time they drop, you'll have to start over. And you'll see the jump that he makes doesn't even make sense. There's no way to get over there the way that he jumps. It'll probably take you at least 1 year before you're good enough to make it all the way here. 1 rough year. 1 tough year full of bumps and bruises. Of course, if you manage to do it faster, I'll reward you. Now give it a try. This ought to be good for a chuckle or two. Alright. I lower it first. Just, I don't know if it does anything. Just so I can get a nice, completely fresh reset. Like this. Usually the game is pretty good about having you grab ropes. So I'm not too worried about it. What you do have to do is you have to, like, angle yourself really nicely. Okay. And then, funnily enough, Zelda just gets a jump button in future entries. Technically, entries before this also had a jump button, but you need an item. You did it already. I'm proud to have you as my underling. I wonder if it's okay to just give that to him. I don't see why not. I doubt I'll get busted. Alright, Swabby, I'll tell you what. You can have the treasure in that chest over there. It's your reward from the great and generous Nico. Hurry and take it before someone comes. What does he even give you? I actually don't even remember. It's not something great. It's like trash, right? Oh no, it's the spoils bag, okay. You keep the items you get from enemies in this handy pouch. You can hold to 8 types of items. And you can assign it to the buttons. It's a shame this is not something that's stuck around. I actually kind of like the different bags that they have in this game. Alright, we're at the Forsaken Fortress. There's still so much stuff I have to teach you. This is so lame. Oh, well, I guess I can wait until you finish whatever it is you have to do. That's what I mean, like, that's why I didn't like Skyward Sword initially. Now I think it's whatever. I still think the game is heavily, heavily linear. I mean, all these games are. But I kind of like that this game opens up, although it doesn't open up for a while. You have to get the boomerang. And the reason why is because the boomerang is like an infinite use tool you could use to defend yourself out at sea. Hey Link, here I am up here. I actually do like that you can see it in the background like this. It's really nice. What were you doing with Nico? Don't tell me you were playing some stupid game for treasure, were you? Turn it off, whatever. Well, whatever. There's something you need to see. Have a look over there. That's the cursed isle known as the Forsaken Fortress. Alright, I gotta try to remember how to do this. There are all sorts of strange rumors about this place. What I do know is that long ago it used to be the hideout of a no-good group of pirates we used to compete with. But they were just small time. Now, the place looks like it's pretty dangerous. I know it. Look! Over there! By that window. Have you ever seen so many seagulls flock like that before? I'll bet you anything that's the place where they've got your sister locked up. But it looks like the whole place is under really tight guard. This won't work. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near landing there. What do we do now? This is the most evil plot line in history. I don't know how they got him in the barrel before he realized that, but whatever. Look, don't struggle. If you really want to get into a dangerous place like that, this is the only way to do it. Trust me. We pirates do this all the time. Don't worry about it. It'll be a piece of cake. Is everybody ready? Never you fear, kid. We're pros. We're going to launch you good. 3, 2, 1. Alright, he's dead. They're pros, by the way. They're so professional, they're off the mark by a ridiculous amount. And you lose your sword. I hate this scene. This scene is awful. They're just assholes. And now begins probably the biggest stealth section in a Zelda game ever. Since Zelda always has had stealth sections. It's actually kind of crazy. Even before... maybe it was the same year as Metal Gear. They had stealth sections. Your sword landed all the way up there. Shoot, I'm sorry, I apologize. I guess my aim was off by a little bit. The look on your face, priceless. Heh, I slipped the stone into your pocket just before we fired you over there. It's no ordinary stone either. I could see what you're doing through the stone, and obviously you could hear me through it. So if you see A, you better press that button. I put the stone on your quest status screen, press start, and use L&R to scroll around. It's pretty basic. Hey, but listen carefully. I need this back after you save your sister, so don't go losing it. You understand? Now, there's two schools of thought. The first school of thought is that it's literally just faster to get caught. And they're not wrong. In fact, I'll do it right now. I didn't know it actually came up all the way over here. It's actually faster to get caught to do what you have to do, so it doesn't really matter. It's fine. Oh my god. Go away. It's, off the table, right? I don't think I'm losing my mind. Here we go. You don't actually have to pick it up, by the way. Here we go. Because the first thing that we have to do is we have to disable the searchlights, or otherwise when we try to cross over there, we're going to get stuck. And then the searchlights will see us no matter what. So we have to do it this way, no matter what. How the monsters even get up on this floor, I have no idea. Alright, dungeon map. This technically counts as a dungeon. I don't ever really consider it a dungeon. Like, they give it a map, but I don't consider this to be a dungeon, honestly. Okay. Well, that knife the game says is Russian. Well, it's not. There's only one place and one man who can make that knife, the legendary Florida man. I mean, it's a COD game. It's a 10-year-old COD game at this point. I'm sorry, even worse. It's almost a 14-year-old Call of Duty game. That game is so old, I did a playthrough of it for the channel 14 years ago in glorious 240p. That's how long ago I played Black Ops 1. For anyone keeping score at home. That did not hit him the way I thought it was going to. know, I think throwing it is actually better. Never mind. Wow, I thought the throw would defeat it in like one hit. Never mind. So it's 5 hits with the basic stick. Okay. Need that. The knife is... No, I know it's real. What I'm saying is I don't think that they cared too much about if they were dead on the money with who uses it or whatever it is. I don't know if that was a super big concern of theirs. How do you get to this other one? I actually have no idea. Hold on. Obviously, we could get the next one by going around, but we have to get this second one over here. Is it really just as simple as go out left first? No way! Are you serious? That's what I'm talking about. I haven't played this game in forever, so like... I guess it really is that simple. Do you have to disable the third searchlight? It doesn't seem like you have to. Now, you could get greedy and you could try to get the money, but we don't really need money, so we don't have to do that. Can you jump with this? No. What? Oh, you drop... That's right, you drop everything whenever you get hit. Oh my god, yeah, they changed that, I think, in the Wii U version. You don't drop weapons like this. It's a little bit less clunky in the later version. Thank you. I don't even think we have to disable the third searchlight. Do we? I've never not disabled it. Let's not and see what happens. I don't think you have to. I'm pretty sure. And I've done 2 playthroughs of this game for the channel already. One of them was a hero mode version, which was interesting. The other was just a normal run of the original when it first came out for the Wii U. That was actually the reason I bought a Wii U. Yeah, you just want to stay to the second floor. You don't want to go on the first floor. The first floor has all the patrols, so you don't want to go down there because you're going to get caught again. Then you have to bust out of jail again. Which I am definitely not doing. Alright, I'm not sure how fast you could get by this mobile. Oh, do the rats hit you? Okay. I think the rats try to fall on top of you. There you go. If you're really unlucky, the rat might try to fall on top of you and it knocks you out the barrel. But I think you have to be really seriously unlucky for that to happen. Yeah, well, looks like you don't have to disable the third searchlight at all. Alright, usually when he sniffs, I just let him be. Yeah, see, because, I don't know. I think he kind of knows something's wrong, but I don't think that he really... Can he... Okay, if he walks into you, does that break your disguise? Does it? I have no idea. No, he doesn't care. Okay. See, it's little things like that that I don't remember, like, perfectly, you know? Alright, we'll just wait. It's not a big deal. He's gonna look. Gonna look. Gonna look, and then he's gonna walk. Alright, we're good. You would think, why don't you just climb in there? Well, they want you to get the sword, so... It's unfortunate. You never really have to do this for the rest of the game. And honestly, I don't even know if you can get back into barrels like that. I don't even know if barrels spawn in other parts of the game. So I have to sidle. Camera, please. Okay. This is the ledge that if you don't get rid of the searchlight, you get stuck here. But yeah, they don't magically have the third searchlight look for you or something. It just exists as something you could disable if you want to get the extra money. But we're gonna have to do money grinding later. I don't even remember how you get the bigger wallets in this game. I forget if they're given by Great Fairies or not. They might be. Alright, cool. Anyway. Nice. Speed run. Now you're in business. Don't drop it again. Can you pick up his weapon? Yes. No. Can I? There you go. There you go. I want to end it on a throw. Perfect. The throw is so vicious in this game, and I don't think they ever let you do it again, really. Honestly, you could just kind of save most of the... What was that? You could honestly save most of the post-game stuff for... Or most of the overworld stuff for the end of the game. Something's wrong. This is too easy. This is honestly pretty depressing. Alright, here he is. The return of the king. The best incarnation of Ganondorf. Probably until Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah. Alright, get rid of him. Execute him. Throw him to the sea. Yeah, so on this version, everything knocks you out the boat when you get hit. Link. Link. Wake up, Link. Pull yourself together, Link. Well, have you come to your senses yet? You're surprisingly dull-witted. Did I startle you? I suppose that is only natural, as wide as the world is, I am the only boat upon it who can speak the words of men. I am the king of red lions. Do not fear, I am not your enemy. Link, I have been watching you since you went to the Forsaken Fortress to rescue your sister. I understand how your desire to protect your sister could give you the courage to fearlessly stand up to anything, but such a bold attempt was foolhardy. I suppose you saw him, the shadow that commands that monstrous bird. His name is... Ganon. He who obtained the power of the gods attempted to cover the land in darkness and was ultimately sealed away by the very power he hoped to command. He is the very same Ganon, the Emperor of the Dark Realm the ancient legends speak of. I do not know why the seal of the gods has failed, but now that Ganon has returned, the world is once again being threatened by his evil magic. Tell me, Link, do you still wish to save your sister from him? And will you do anything to save her? I see. In that case, I shall guide you as we go forward, advising you on what you should do and where you must go. Ganon cannot be defeated by human hands, let alone what little strength you possess. The key to defeating Ganon is locked away in a great power that you can wield only after much toil and hardship. Do you understand? In that case, we depart to the Great Sea. Ah, but I am getting ahead of myself. This is actually a bit embarrassing for me to admit, but although I am indeed a boat that possesses the power of speech, I possess no sail. And a boat with no sail can sail no seas. I have brought you far to the east of the dark gaze of the Forsaken Fortress. On this island is a town of merchants who deal in a wide variety of goods. If you search hard enough, surely you can find one who will sell you a sail. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but without a sail, I will be useless to you. This island of merchants is home to many valuable goods. While the sale must come first, do not feel limited to buying only it. Once you have it, feel free to stock up on anything else you think you may need. But remember, there is no time to play. Come back here immediately as soon as your errands are done. Don't worry, the time for play comes later when we do that stupid minigame that cheats. They have a battleship minigame, and it's basically the pachinko level of this game. Windfall. There's actually a massive side quest that you need to do here later. There's a couple, like, island-wide side quests that we need to do, but we can only do it after a certain amount of time has passed. So I believe... No, we don't talk to this guy yet. I think we need the Wind Waker to do that. Which we're not going to get just yet. My story is a strange one. I came across cursed seas from a land far away, a land where blizzards blow violently, heading for this town called Windfall. But dear me, as I traveled, a terrible storm descended and tore my ship to bits, and yet, only that escaped without so much as a mark on it. From the looks of you, I would say that you are a traveler as well. Oh yes, indeed. Could you not purchase that from me? It is my one and only heirloom from home. The people of this town do not seem the least bit interested in that, despite the fact that it would help them travel the dangerous seas about their town. Please, I beg of you, I wish to open a business here in this town, so I am in desperate need of finances. How does 80 rupees sound? Oh my god! I have nothing else to probably sell me. I have not but my hoodie coat, and it is a keepsake for my dear, dear mother. How do we get 80 rupees? I think you could grind rupees, actually. Let's break pots. Something tells me they lowered this requirement on the Wii U version. It doesn't feel like it's 80 rupees anymore. Really what it is they just want you to interact with the people of the town. But most of these side quests you have to do, you pretty much have to do later. And you do need thousands of rupees to beat the game. Like any good old school game, there's like one final push to grind out money at the end of the game. I don't care about this guy at all. Let's see. Yeah, it might be hard to believe, but most of the people in this town, they actually have side quests attached to them. Which is, of course, very cool. And that's what I like about this game. It doesn't feel as claustrophobic as Ocarina does. Because Ocarina feels very claustrophobic. There's no pot here? Oh, there is. The hitboxing for the sword is kind of weird. I actually think they removed collision on the sword for Twilight Princess HD. I think that was like a frequent complaint for these old versions of these games, is that the sword has collision and it will knock you back. I think they actually removed that from later versions of these games. But I'd have to play them and see if I could remember that, because I don't remember if that's true or not. It's one of those small things that the more you have played the game, the more you begin to notice. Alright, so let's go inside really quickly. Because you don't get the first bottle yet. No, you definitely don't. Whew. Right?
Yeah.
Pushes are the best. I'm telling you, they're too good. They're absolutely incredible. What's Chew Jelly? The words Chew Jelly were an answer to these questions, proclaiming themselves to be true. Bring an empty bottle. Do you have an empty bottle?
Yeah.
Can you buy this? Yeah, no, you don't have an empty bottle. If you don't have something to carry it in, it's not my law, it's the law of physics. I cannot believe he actually says that. I've never tried to buy from him like that. I can't sell you this. It's the law of physics. Yeah, the ricochet is going to be a little intense. Alright, so this person you need to show a picture of the full moon. The kids, you have to do something. I forget what it is exactly. And then the teacher who's in here, you have to do something else. Can you get the Picto Box this early? Or do you have to wait? Let me talk to this. You might be able to get it this early, actually. No. I would have to say that I've never seen your face before, have I? Intriguing, beguiling. I know you're just a small child, but I found one that can... But I found one can rarely trust strangers. Where is it you come from, young sir? I'm sorry, but the years have made me wary. Once long ago, I rented a room out to a travel for a single night. The next dawn, my precious Picto Box was stolen. Tell me, young sir, why are good deeds so often repaid with cruelty? I spread kindness where I can, and still my box does not come back to me. It is a sad thing. You may look like a child, but you can see why I cannot be assured of your youth. Be a good boy and be gone. Shoo! Shoo! Actually, no, we need to go to the jail first. I don't remember where the jail is. Let's see. It's not here. No, that's... Wait, is it in here? Let's see. Alright, this is everyone's favorite minigame, which we will be back to waste plenty of money on later. Where is the prison? I think this is the auction house. This is another place that we're going to come back to later. Because some of the best items in the game get auctioned off downstairs. If you talk to that guy over there, basically he talks about how his daughter is missing. That's pretty much it. He just says, oh, my daughter's been missing for so long, I'm very worried about her. And what you'll find is that she's actually one of the people that was taken to the Forsaken Fortress. Yep. You actually saw her in that earlier cutscene, but there's nothing we can do to help him at the moment, so all we can do is just wait. I think this is the deal. There you go. I see the same green clothes and the same green hat. By the look of you, I'd say, sir, could you by chance be a fairy? Goodness! Did you feel my telepathy? That's why you saved me, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Do not worry, Tingle knows without you telling him. Sir? Yes, sir. Tingle is my name. I have been looking for you and your kind, for I, too, long to be one of the fairy folk. And yet, I was mistaken for some kind of troublemaker and put into this dreadful sort of place. How disrespectful. Please, Mr. Fairy, rescue poor Tingle from this place and take him to where you and your kind live in splendor. Alright, we go over here. Yay! Hooray! Thank you oh so very much. Here's Tingle's heartfelt gift of thanks. Tingle, tingle. Kolu Limpa. Become an item. Sadly, this thing is cut from the re-release of this game. I don't know why. it would have been perfect for the gamepad. Alright, so you could use this if you have a Game Boy Advance, as I say here. Unfortunately, we will not be using it. There's no real reason to either. Now, how far we travel from this dingy cell, our souls will be as one. Splendid. Tingle is going to get ready to go to the realm of the fairies, so you just wait here, okay, sir? Now, obviously, don't actually wait here. Ah, I was forgetting something important. Oh, Mr. Fairy, you want to come to my island, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Tingle's chart. What kind of chart could it be? Head out to sea and press up and check on your charts to find out. When you go out to sea, open it. If you ever need any help with your charts, just leave it to Tingle. Don't ever forget it. If you ever need help with charts, don't forget it. Unfortunately, what he neglects to tell you is that he charges a ridiculous amount of money to read charts. Specifically, the ones that we need to beat the game, he charges an absolutely insane amount of money. Oops. How do you do this again? Grab. There we go. It's bolt. Alright, you have to do this correctly. So you can actually crawl in first person, but what you can't do is you cannot see around corners. Alright, see how there's wood there? It's actually a rat waiting to drop you into it with a trap door. So we want to avoid that. There you go. Okay. I think this is the Picto box. Yes, very nice. You can hold up to 3 pictographs. R views your pictographs. And that's one of the reasons why, because it doesn't hold a lot. Of course, if I ever successfully escape from this prison, I shall one day return to recover the Picto box. I will write the controls for it in case I should forget them. Saves up to 3 pictographs at one time. How it pains me to leave it. I just wish I could get out of here so I could start taking pictographs. Date unknown. At last, I have succeeded in stealing the Picto box I have desired for so long. Succeeded, yes, but sadly, due to a slight mistake on my part, I was also caught. I have been in prison, but I do not give in easily. I refuse to give this wondrous box to my captors. I have decided to hide it here in the depths of my cell and then make my escape by tunneling out. Yes, that is my plan. So as you can see, that's exactly what happened. Someone was in here with the Picto box. Okay. Now we will just use a rat to get out of here really quickly because there's no reason for us to have to crawl all the way back. It's fine. You'll see it deposits us right next to the King of Red Lions, so it doesn't matter. Is there even a hole that you fall out of? No, you just fall from the sea. That's what I'm saying, it doesn't make sense. I was at least thinking maybe there's like a hatch or a chute. Can't you see we're busy? I don't see we're cute at all. Doesn't even care what. Alright. I think that's mostly what we could do here on Windfall Island to start. Because later on there's quests that require us to either be able to travel to other islands or to take pictures of different places. So really quickly, let's show them the Picto box. My young sir, let's say you seem to be in possession of a very fine Picto box there. Are you a lover of pictographs as well? There be no villains amongst the ranks of Picto box lovers. Take your time. Look around, I implore you. I actually really like this room. It's very cool. Ho ho ho! Aren't these some finely snapped pictographs? You must admit it. Come now, you need to be so surprised, my young sir. It's a hobby of mine to sneak up behind people when they least expect it. It's quite an amusing diversion. Think nothing of it. By the way, the pictographs you see decorating these fine walls have all been taken by none other than myself. They are my pride and joy. You see, in my younger days, I was tireless, sailing far and wide across the great sea, snapping pictographs wherever I went. Have a look at them, young sir. So he'll tell you about each of them. Was this a pictograph of, you say? Well, those are creatures called choo-choos. They are said to have medicinal properties, so they are a most important resource treasured by sailors the world over. Why, there is even said to be an extremely rare species of them known as the blue choo-choo. It is only very unusual circumstances that they are ever sighted. You'll be most lucky to ever come across one, young sir. Very nice pictograph. This one is of a tiny rock islet resting far out in the sea southeast of here. Isn't it nice? There was a very dignified butler standing before the door, and I snapped his photo without even thinking. That aside, I'm certain this is someone's private cabana. An incredible pictograph. I saw this strange platform rising up out of the sea, seeming to claw at the sky. It makes for an even stranger silhouette. I wonder if such things still remain out there on the high seas, lonely on the waves. If I only had the chance, I would love to see these things once again. Pictograph of a place I once visited. Isn't it a finely snapped shot? I took it in my younger days. It is Outset Island. It is the most delightful of fishing villages, innocent and rich with nature's bounty. It was there I met a beautiful young lass. Although I suppose she is probably not as young as she used to be these days. It's kind of implied it's Link's grandmother, actually. What kind of pictograph is this, you ask? One ill-fated day, misfortune befell me when my boat was destroyed. Clinging to the wreckage, I drifted at the whims of the waves. That's when I saw this monstrosity. This foul ship, veiled in mist and fading in and out of sight like something out of another world. Yes, my young sir, 'tis none other than the ghost ship. The rumors I've heard tell of a man who researched the reaches of the sea where the ghost ship faded in and out of sight, and that he drew a map of its movements. But it said that as soon as the man had finished drawing the lines of that cursed map, he died a most unexpected death. Chilling, truly chilling. Now, if one were to find that map, then it might be possible to sneak onto the ghost ship and get the treasure that is said to lurk within its hull. Obviously, they're hinting very heavily. Not a bad pictograph. Is it not a rather mysterious statue? The statue's home is on one of the Triangle Islands. It lies due south of here. There are a total of 3 Triangle Islands, northern, southern, and eastern Triangle Islands. Each of them has a statue such as this standing on its shores. This pictograph chills me to the bone. The Forsaken Fortress. This place lies to the northwest of our fair isle, but has been enveloped in a filthy dark clouds of late. What are we to do against the silent evil that lingers there? If you value your life, young sir, then at the very least you should stay as far away from that place as you possibly can. It feels as if evil that is not of this world lies in wait there, biding its time. Conditions for a fine pictograph, you ask? Well now, generally you should capture your subject from the top of his or her head to the tips of his or her toes. Your subject should be fully framed within the pictograph's border. Essentially, you should just concentrate on getting your subject as large as possible within the frame of the pictograph. Alright. I could have sworn he says something else. I guess not. I guess you have to come back later once you have a rainbow firefly. And then that's how you get the rainbow or the color pictograph. So that's why, like I said, the very start of this game is pretty much just straightforward. Like, there's not really a lot to do or to go off of. So that's why I just say, you know, just keep playing and doing whatever. Please buy that for me. How does 80 rupees sound? Yes. Yes, yes. Thank you very much indeed. I have received precisely 80 rupees for it. I could use these funds to finance my new business. Oh, dear me. What a happy day. Very well. As promised, please take that. Boat sale. I'm playing the HD on... Is it Simu? That's the emulator. Yeah, that's the good one, though. I wonder if emulators for Mario Sunshine run properly now. Like I said, when I was in college, my friend showed me his emulator, and it did not run Mario Sunshine well at all. You made a good purchase today, young master. You have saved my life and business as well. Treasure it dearly as the finest sale in the world, treated as such. Yeah, HD version of this is like a flat-out better remake in almost every way. And it's rare that I say that a remake is better than the original in every way, but genuinely Wind Waker HD is probably better in every way besides having the Tingle Tuner. That's like the only thing that was cut. That's just unfortunate that it was cut. Now look in your eyes. So you found yourself a sail, have you? Very well, then I shall teach you the art of sailing. Come next to my hull and press A to climb aboard. Set the sail you got to Y, Z, or X, and then press the same button to hoist it. The sail will catch the wind, which will push the boat forward. The arrow that appears behind me indicates the wind direction. Use the left stick to steer. If you wish to move more quickly, you should keep this wind blowing directly into the sail. You could always press A to put away the sail. Try when you want to adjust your speed. You understand? Yes. One more thing, when you're out at sea with few landmarks to go by, you will be at the mercy of your sea chart. I have marked the place we should currently be heading for on your sea chart. If you get lost at sea, simply press up to open the chart and confirm your position. Now, a westerly wind blows. Hop in and let us carry us to the east. Alright. We can get rid of this thing. It doesn't matter. Right. Is the sail just A? I think the sail is just A on other versions of this game. Something like that. I feel like the whole map is also a different color as well, right? It's been a long time since I played the Wii U version either. So this is the version that has the loading. You can kind of see that Dragon Roost Island is not really getting much closer to us. Actually, wait, can we stop at this island? I think it's on the way, right? Yeah. Is there a reason to stop? This is paw print, right? See how everything just loaded in? That's because we just changed sections of the Great Sea. So obviously on the Wii U version, blah, 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 it loads much faster, loads much better. So therefore all the islands are actually loaded in all at once. Now we can't actually do anything here at the moment, but we can stop and talk to this dude. There you go. I forget if there's a reason to talk to them. Yaw! Mighty fine boat you got there, bub. You must be searching for the treasure on the seafloor too, aren't you? You won't get any from us, bub. Not likely. Let me ask you something real quick. Who wanders around on a fishless sea? I'll tell you who, bub. Only pirates, monsters, and treasure hunters like ourselves. Maybe some other things that I've never heard of. You know, with all the weak island dwellers who'd never leave their shores, I'm amazed to see such a tiny little guy out here. I like your style, bub. I feel like I've known you my whole life. So hey, bub, tell you what. As one treasure hunter to another, I'll give you this. You'll definitely be needing it if you want to haul up treasure. Come on, take it. I won't take no for an answer. I also won't take nay, nope, or nar. Just grab it. Treasure chart. Alright, when you open it, the place where it lies will be lit up. You can sail to it. It disappears. You know how it is. I've shown this before. Press up to open your sea chart, then press Y to check your special charts. You search for treasure by comparing the specific island charts on the left with the treasure charts on the right. Simple, bub. After that, all you need to do is use the same thing we use to haul up treasure. One of those grappling hooks that the Rito tribesfolk of Dragon Roost Island use. Yeah, those grappling hooks, nothing pulls up stuff like those things. Alright, little treasure buddy, best of luck to us all. Alright, that's the only reason to talk with him. Now, you can also do, like, these platforms out here, but there's not really a reason to. I didn't even know Beetle was on this island. That's actually kind of interesting. There's not really much of a reason to, I don't think. Some of them give rewards. It could just be rupees. What the hell is going on out here? They try to spawn like the little rupee barrels in front of you just so you have something to do. Yeah. You can actually see the cut when we jump into another section of the Great Sea. Like, you can see the actual loading take place. See how nothing's loaded in on Dragon Roost yet? Even though we're really close to it. There's a cutscene that plays, though. There we go. Now we're here. I got it! There, on the horizon! That is our destination, Link. Dragon Roost Island. Why was the camera tilted? That was so weird. High atop this island's peak lives the spirit of the skies, a great dragon by the name of Valur. You must go see this dragon and request from him a jewel called Din's Pearl. Ask the people of the Rito tribe who inhabit the island about how to see the dragon. Oh, I almost forgot. Wait just a moment. This is the Wind Waker. It is a baton of sorts that was used long ago when the people played music and prayer to the gods. In those days, simply using it allowed one to borrow the power of the gods, but I do not know if it still works. Even so, I thought it might be of some use to you. Perhaps you should try using it. First, conduct in 3/4 time. Do not touch the stick. Try to match the rhythm by tilting up, down, and right. This is not actually a song that you use, by the way. This is just a tutorial. Very nice. That was splendid. Next is 4/4. Is it 4/4 or 4/4 time? I forget what my piano teacher used to say. Is this the teleport song? I can't remember. That's it. That was not bad for your first time using the Wind Waker. Not bad at all. You could also conduct it in 6/4 time by tilting right. You would do well to remember that. By using this magical conductor to baton, you can borrow the power of the gods. There's only 6 songs in this game. It's probably the least out of all the musical Zelda games. We don't need to change anything about it right now, though. I'm pretty sure. I remember when they put this music in Brawl, too. Man, that's why, like, Brawl is just a disappointment on so many levels, but the one thing that's not a disappointment was the music. The music of Brawl was really good. The cut characters wasn't an amazing thing, though, but whatever. I get that Ike was more relevant than Roy, who still had not... Still to this day, Roy's game has never been localized. Like, I might actually genuinely be an old man by that point. Let's see, am I gonna slide down? No. But that would be kind of insane if they ever did actually localize Binding Blade. I'm sorry, Blazing Blade. I get them mixed up, because the Blazing Blade that we got isn't even the same. It's called Fire Emblem 2002 in America. It was just called Fire Emblem, actually. Link, is that you? It is. I'm pleased to see you're okay. I must say, you traveled far for one with no wings. And your sister, is she... Is that so? Well, don't worry too much. I'm sure she'll hang in there. I have an idea, Link. Would you like to meet our chieftain? I've told my people here about you, and all of us Rito are very concerned. I'm certain the chieftain will befriend you and lend you the aid of our Aerie. It's settled, then. I'll fly on ahead and let everyone know you're coming. Come inside, Link. I'll be waiting. I always wonder how they transform their arms into wings. Wait, no, hold on. We actually have to go down here first. I think, right? Do you learn the Wind's Ballad now or later? Yes, now. Do you need it now? I don't think so. It's fine. So you are going to be using this quite frequently. Anytime that you need to change the wind direction. We learn the Wind's Requiem. So it might not seem like much, but the Wind's Requiem allows you to change the direction of the wind, which is probably one of the most important things about this game. Yep, that's a mighty nice breeze. Name's Zephos. I'm the god of winds. So you're the new Wind Waker, are you? Great, great. For a beginner, you got a nice wind sense about you. I like you, kid. That tune you just picked up, well, it gives you control over the direction the wind blows. Depending on how it's used, wind can be a good thing or a very bad thing. If you want an example of it being a bad thing, then you should see my brother. It saddens me to say that my brother, Cyclos, is miffed about his monument here being broken, and now he spends his time creating cyclones to torment people with. So if you encounter any cyclones at sea, chastise my brother for me, will you? And that is my request for you. Yeah, you'll see that that's actually vital for later. Is he still there? Yeah, wow. That's actually cool. That's actually something for later that we're going to have to we'll work around with. We have to confront his brother. I forget exactly where he is. He might have multiple spawn points. Now, all that's funny because we actually don't even need to use the Wind Waker at all for this first part. Now, I won't lie, this is not going to be a long stream. I'm probably just going to go inside, and then we'll probably stop. That's because, honestly, Tuesdays, I'm pretty tired. Like, after raid, it's already, what, like 11:30-ish? So, next week, we'll probably make more progress. We could probably do 2 dungeons in about an hour and a half, maybe. It's new. How do you... I like I have to do all that just to... Oh, wait, no! You don't have to do all that. You can just do this. I forgot all about that. Incline, it's not automatic. Now you don't have to do that again. I forgot all about that. Well, have you discovered the cause of the great Valu's anger? So you are Link, are you? Quilla's told me all about you. A troubling tale indeed. I insist that you let us know if there is anything we can do to help you. We should do everything in our power to assist you. However, in the meantime, we have a problem of our own to deal with. When you arrived on the island, did you notice the raging dragon perched atop the mountain? As you can see, we of the Rito tribe are profoundly connected to the sky. We make our livings on the airways. We do so by the graces of the sky spirit, Valu. When a Rito reaches adulthood, he or she journeys to the top of Dragon Roost to receive a scale from the Great Dragon. It is this scale that enables the Rito to grow his or her wings. Recently, however, the once gentle Valu has grown violent and unpredictable. Sadly, we can no longer approach him. If this continues, the fledglings who are of age will never be able to receive skills from Valu on Dragon Roost. They'll remain wingless, and in time, our very way of life will be threatened. As Chieftain of the Rito, my first responsibility is to solve this problem. My apologies, but I must ask you to wait for our assistance until this is done. Will you do so? Chieftain, what do you think of consulting Link with regards to your son, Prince Komali? As you can see, Link is a gallant young lad. I feel certain that Prince Komali would open his heart to him and speak freely of his fears and worries. That may be. Let me be direct. My son, Komali, is of the age to earn his wings. Yet he is weak in some ways, and in light of the current situation, he may just give up on ever getting them. What say you? Will you share some of your courage with my son? Will you meet with my son? I thank you. We shall do our best to solve our problem as quickly as possible, so that we may better help you with yours. I have something I wish for you to give to my son. A young girl named Medley is holding it for me. Will you find her and take it? I'm counting on you. You know, take this with you. Who knows? It may come in handy. You get the second bag, which is the delivery bag. Finely crafted bags like these are used by Rito postmen everywhere. With so many pockets, it can hold many items. Select it on the item screen and press Y, Z, and X to see what you have inside. You should find Medley in one of the upper rooms. Leave the Great Valoo to us. In the meanwhile, do your best to aid Prince Kamali. Look at this dude. Photobombing right at the end. Here we go. Wow, you really do have green clothes and a strange shaped hat. You're Link, aren't you? Oh, me? I'm an attendant to the Great Sky Spirit, Valoo. My name is Medley. Well, to tell the truth, I'm not an attendant quite yet. I'm actually still studying to be one. But what am I thinking? Here, this is from the chieftain. Link, he wants you to give this directly to Prince Kamali. Father's letter. It's a letter from a father addressed to his son. So you've just received a fine delivery bag. Why not use it to carry this letter down to Kamali? If you want to take it out, choose your delivery bag and set it to X, Y, and Z. The room way in the back on the first floor is Kamali's room. You have to go down a couple of steps to get there. When you meet Prince Kamali, please don't get offended by his manner. He has no bad intentions, I promise. By the way, listen, Link. I have a small favor I'd like to ask of you. Could you please come to the entrance of Dragon Roost Cavern later? I'll explain everything then. Man, I am just walking into walls like crazy. There we go. Alright, and then we'll give him the letter. I keep using the D-pad on that. You can't. There you go. A letter from my father? Oh, sure. Telling me to be brave is easy enough for him. It's not like he's the one who went through that horrible experience. It's not like he still has to go get a scale from Valoo. You're in this letter too, you know. Poking your nose in other people's businesses. Or you're nosy, aren't you? Sorry, but I really don't feel like going to see Valoo right now. I mean, how am I supposed to get a scale from him when he's so upset? What, are you trying to say that you can calm Valoo down? Psh, that's just a big fat lie. It's easy to say you could do anything. Bragging doesn't cost a thing. I'll tell you what, if you could find me someone who could get past all the obstacles on Dragon Roost to get to Valoo, then I'll listen to anything you say. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, especially when they highlight it in neon orange. Can you roll up steps? No. Steps are the one thing that you cannot roll up in this game. I think you can roll up steps in Twilight Princess, but everything else is fair game in this game. You can roll up anything, any surface at all. As long as it's flat, you can roll up, and you gain speed by doing so. Alright, we go this way. Do we? Wait. Am I at the wrong entrance? Oh, maybe the exit is on the first floor. Okay, I was wrong. It's really weird. I don't remember it being this way. Yeah, this is the Rito's first appearance, by the way. I'm pretty sure it is. Hey, you actually came. I'm really sorry for bringing you to such a dangerous place. I had to. I wouldn't have asked if I didn't need help desperately. You see, this place, there used to be a spring here surrounded by a beautiful pond. It was peaceful and lovely. But then the great Valoo, he became so angry and, in his rage, he shook the mountain and this boulder crashed down, plugging the spring. You could see the result. Where's my mind? Tell me, how is Prince Kamali? Oh, that doesn't sound right. Not at all. I may be partially to blame for the bad turn Prince Kamali's taken. See, Prince Kamali's grandmother was the great Valoo's former attendant. She was an amazing woman. I was honored to have her as my teacher. She was kind and brave and unsurpassed in her dealings with the great Valoo. I'm not yet worthy of being mentioned in the same breath as her. If only I possessed some of her strength, I'm sure Prince Kamali would have felt more secure. Link, I'm sorry to ask this, but I need your help. I want to go to the small shrine that's near the peak of Dragon Roost. But that ledge over there is so high. If I could get some wind under my wings, I'm sure I could get up there. So, will you help me? Very nice. Pick me up. And face that ledge and toss me. The atmospheric currents are really messed up, so pay attention to the direction of the wind. Alright, I'm ready. Don't hold back now. Throw me as hard as you can. Now, there is a little bit of a funny cutscene if you throw her and she smacks into the wall. But we're not going to do that. Can I get it straight on? We're not going to do that, just in the interest of time. I'm going to go ahead and throw her normally. Oh, thank you. I think now I'll be able to climb Dragon Roost and meet with the Great Valoo. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I may be just an apprentice attendant, but I can understand some of the Great Valoo's language. I'm not exactly bursting with confidence, but... Look, if anything happens to me, please look after Prince Kamali. This is all I have to give you. I know it's not much, but please take it. So this is the first bottle of the game. We're going to use it extensively. Bottles are great for carrying water and holding other things. Oh, and please don't tell anyone that I'm climbing Dragon Roost. It'll be our secret, okay? Well, good luck to both of us. Alright. So what we can do is we can take our empty bottle and get some disgusting water, but it's fine. It's just generic water. We only need one bomb. Oh my god, it bounced off of it. It bounced like a basketball. Yeah, they really wanted to show off the wind in this game. Okay. And no, there's no diving. In fact, I'm pretty sure water isn't even loaded in. Like, there's not like a whole body of water below it. It's just a visual effect, and it changes your movement. I'm like reasonably sure. I missed it. Right. Let me position myself a little bit better. That did not work. There you go. Brings back memories of when I first joined the channel. Good times. Yeah, that was your first playthrough that you saw from me. Was Wind Waker HD. Good times. I remember playing this when I was a kid. I was 7. Yeah, I was 7, about to turn 8 when this first came out. That's how long ago it was. It was over 20 years ago. Alright, but we'll save today because it's already late and I have a couple things to do. No, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Alright, next week we'll try to get some more progress. Hopefully we could run through the rest of the early game, and then we could kind of get to the open world segments, which would be kind of nice. And yeah, very nice. So, I want to thank everyone for showing up. Hope you all are going to have a wonderful evening. I know I will, or at least I'll chill. Put that there. Should I take it out of my Wii? Sure, I'll take it out. There's no reason to not take it out, honestly. It's not like, you know, just in case I need to unplug it or move it. I only have one copy of Wind Waker, so I gotta treat it. Mwah. It's the copy I've had since I was a kid. Of course I was never selling this game. Are you kidding me? Anyway, thank you all. Hope you all have a wonderful couple of days. If you're enjoying Wind Waker, I'll see you in a week. If not, I will see you tomorrow for Elden Ring. Thank you all. Have a good one. Peace. Thanks Ash, thanks Viv, thanks Justin, thanks Nuclear, and thanks Yorman Fenn, and thanks Josh as well. Much appreciated. And yeah, enjoy.